Hey everyone, Tankenstein here. If you guys didn't know, there is a brand new event coming for War Thunder. Of course, this is the Winter Extreme event that will be running from December 20th, 2023, all the way until January 9th, 2024, both starting and ending at 11 GMT. So pretty cool. I mean, they do this event every year, give or take, around this time. So nothing all too surprising. But in this video, we will be going over exactly what you can expect with this one in particular, including the vehicles, the different requirements, and pretty much everything else. So with that said, let's just jump right into it with the vehicles. And these are the things essentially that you will be able to earn. You'll be able to earn a few more things than these, but these will of course be the main prizes. So of course you can get the J9 early. This is pretty much going to be like a P35. Oddly enough, this is going to be the first P35 in War Thunder, although this will have various modifications. This will be rank 2 premium for the Swedish Air Tech tree, and will thus have two 13.2 millimeter heavy machine guns on the wings. So those are actually very powerful heavy machine guns, especially for a rank 2 aircraft. I'm expecting that to be like 2.3 BR, give or take. So it shouldn't be all too high, but this will be the first P35 in War Thunder. Again, oddly enough, and it will be Swedish premium. Next up, we have the Mirage 2000 CS4. We already have the CS5 in War Thunder. This will be a rank 8 event vehicle. Basically what that means is that this will not give you any access to premium bonuses. So you want to remember that for all three of these vehicles. The only one that does get premium bonuses will be the J9. Now the Mirage 2000 CS4, this will probably be about the same as the CS5, except that it has fewer countermeasures. So I'm expecting it to probably be at the same BR, maybe one BR slot below it, or a fraction of a BR slot below it, but that's probably going to be about it. Pretty much what that means is that I expect this to be like 11.7, possibly 11.3 BR, but likely 11.7 because this will still have, if I'm not mistaken, 54 countermeasures, which is perfectly sufficient-ish at that BR. Of course, it's going to be on the pretty decently low end at that point, but it will still have pretty much all the same capabilities as the CS5 otherwise. So again, 11.7, possibly 11.3. Next, we have the USS Mississippi. This will be a rank 6 event vehicle. This is a battleship for the US, which is very cool, but of course they get a lot of battleships, so I'm not really sure why they're getting another event vehicle, but maybe it's just their time in the sun. And maybe, I forget if it's been a while actually since they've gotten an event vehicle in an event like this for naval, so I guess it's kind of cool. And then finally we have the Vilcus, which will be a rank 7 event vehicle for Germany. Of course, we are getting a wheeled vehicle here with an autocannon, as well as, believe it or not, spike missiles. That's right. So I'm assuming that because it has spike missiles, this will probably be 10.3, 10.7 BR. I can't really imagine it being too much more than that. It will also have a turretless crew, or a crewless turret rather. So it's a pretty cool vehicle at this BR, and will be kind of a very powerful vehicle, but you also have to remember, spike missiles, while being very powerful, they're also not the greatest thing since sliced bread. I mean, they seem very strong, but not in every application. So we'll have to wait and see, but I'm assuming this will be probably 10.3, 10.7. Don't really expect it to be higher than that. Then, of course, we can get other prizes as well, including decals. So as you can see here, some pretty cool decals. Let's just kind of scroll through these here for you. I mean, just very much winter event decals. And then we also have a snow bike decoration that you will be able to put on a tank or a ground vehicle in general. Snow cat, which will be a naval decoration, so pretty cool. And then, of course, a new icon, the snowboarder. And these are the vehicle camouflages, but as of right now, it does not have the Vilcus in here. I'm not entirely sure why, but of course, one would hope in the future we do have the Vilcus, because it does say here we can get the camouflage for the Vilcus. Now, in order to progress through this, of course, this will be pretty much the same progression system that you can expect from any one of these events. So from the summer and winter events from previous years, and that basically means that you earn stars, and you can get up to 10 stars in any given category for sailors, tankers, and pilots. So for a total of 30, some people, if you really want, you can grind every one of these vehicles. And also, bear in mind, let's say for example, because there are two vehicles here in the pilot section, if you want to get the Mirage 2000 CS4, but you also want the J9 early, you can pick up the J9 early and you'll still get the Mirage 2000 CS4. You basically, if you unlock any one of these, it doesn't mean that you get rid of the stars that you've already earned, you just keep building upon it. So you want to remember that just because you get a reward for this doesn't mean that you're going to sacrifice future rewards either. So insofar as earning stars are concerned, it's a pretty easy affair. Basically, you're going to need to earn 40,000 mission points in random battles in rank 3 or higher, or if you have an event vehicle, rank 1 or higher vehicles. So you have to remember the only way that you can get below rank 3 and still get score is by using an event vehicle in the corresponding vehicle type and in the corresponding game mode. So basically what that means is that if you're playing naval, then you will get score for naval. If you're playing ground, you'll get score for ground. If you play air, you get score for air. That's all that means. So basically, in order to get score, and if you want to unlock the Vilkas, for example, you're going to need to get 40,000 points pretty much every 2 days. So as you can see here, it says the tasks are all the same and are renewed every 2 days at 11 GMT. So basically, this is a rolling 2-day timer, which means that at 11 GMT on the 20th, which is when this event starts, that's when that rolling 2-day timer starts. So basically, at that point, you then have 2 days in order to basically grind 40,000 score in whichever modes that you want. So again, you can technically get stars for all three of these. It's not a problem at all. So if you want one for air and ground, you're going to need 80,000 score in total, 40,000 for air, 40,000 for ground, and then you'll get your 2 stars. And then, of course, it resets 2 days later on the 22nd at 11 GMT, so on and so forth until the last day of the event. And, of course, these events would not be complete without getting a Silver Lion chest. That's right, we are getting Silver Lion chest back again, which basically means that if you want, you can spend 50,000 Silver Lions in order to basically get the key. In this instance, they're calling the key a carrot, and then 10,000 Silver Lions for the chest itself, which is going to be a snowman. You can combine the two, it'll cost 60,000 Silver Lions, and you can buy these up until January 15th, so you'll have almost a month. It will go a little bit longer than the event itself, or at least the grind period for the event, and during that time you can pretty much unlock any of the vehicles that you see here in the screen. Now you want to bear in mind, because this is not going to be a very easy thing to do, right? For the most part, you're going to get things like 50 to 100,000 Silver Lions, SL and RP boosters, things like that. You know, you're not really going to be able to get all too much. You know, of course, you can actually get more than 100,000 Silver Lions. My apologies for that. But you're not going to be able to get all too much. The likelihood of getting a vehicle is negligible. Even here it says getting the Type 62 USSR is going to be a 0.001%, which is negligible. And even getting the other things, I doubt it's going to be anywhere much higher than that. Of course, you can also get camouflages, decorations, things like that. But more likely than not, you're just going to get not much. These are probably what you're going to get. Silver Lions, so you can get 10,000 to 1 million, and then expendable items, including universal backups, battle trophies, wagers, and orders. That's probably what you're going to get, these things here. So I wouldn't really count on getting vehicles, but of course, when this event starts, I will be opening up a bunch of these chests, so if you guys want, definitely check it out, but otherwise, yeah, it's not going to be a very good thing. I've opened up literally, I think like 500 or 700 of them and have yet to actually win a vehicle. I've earned a decal from them. And then finally, you can also use, it looks like, Golden Eagles in order to open up a special chest. So interestingly enough, basically it says here, you can, and then finally you can use Golden Eagles in order to open up a special Christmas chest that will be available, it looks like, until the end of the event. Not entirely sure. I'm assuming up until about the 15th of January, which is when the Snowman chests are going to be available. And it says that these can only be purchased with Golden Eagles, but inside it you will find a huge set of useful items, including premium account SL, universal backups and boosters, premium vehicles, and also all vehicles that have ever been sold for Golden Eagles or War Bonds, but are not currently attainable in the game or on the market. It says picking up a Christmas chest is a bargain. Well, we'll see about that. If you've opened up enough chests, you'll be guaranteed to receive talismans and premium vehicles. And that's not all. The average value of the chest contents are almost 1.5 times the price of the chest itself. Now, I've actually opened up one of these in the past. I don't really know if that is accurate, at least in my case, But if that's what they're saying, I'm going to stick by what Gaijin's saying. I'm just going to take it at face value. And so basically, if that means that you open up 1,000 GE worth of these chests, you'll be getting essentially 1,500 Golden Eagles in value back. And it says here, after opening a specific number of chests, you'll receive memorable prizes, including for 3 chests, you'll get a New Year sticker, 5 chests, a festive naval flag, 7 chests, a festive ground vehicle decoration, and for 10 chests, an amazing pilot Santa Claus player icon. So that's pretty cool, I guess. Then it says here, in order to open one of these, it's 999 Golden Eagles. Guaranteed prize, you'll get 1 day premium account plus 120,000 Silver Lions. And then, of course, you can get an additional prize on top of that. As you can see here, basically just premium account, more SL, or booster/backups. And then, of course, you can get an additional random prize on top of that. You can get a talisman. You have a 15% chance, but at least 1 for every 14 chest openings. And, of course, you can get a rank 8 talisman, but there's only a 1% chance in order to get that. So basically what they're saying, they're basically saying that you're going to need to spend, what is that, 99,999 Golden Eagles in order to get a rank 8 talisman. That's like the likelihood, being that it's a 1% chance, means 1 out of 100. If you multiply this, you get almost 100,000 Golden Eagles, which is very, very expensive. And then, of course, you can get more and more, and then you can get any of these prizes as well. So, I mean, it's pretty cool. You know, I mean, it gives you the ability to get previously available things and things that are not currently available in the Silver Lion chest. And quite honestly, I think the likelihood of getting any of these vehicles is higher. I myself have gotten a vehicle from one of these Golden Eagle chests before, so it's a pretty cool deal. I mean, I'm probably going to open up a few of these as well, so definitely check it out if you guys want to see that. Now, you also want to bear in mind you can purchase the Marks of Distinction, so those stars I mentioned before, you can purchase those for Golden Eagles. Typically, it's 999 Golden Eagles in order to purchase one, so if you miss one of those event things, you can purchase them until January 11th. So you do have some time after the event ends, which is very nice. Also further, one thing to bear in mind here, you will likely get a higher score. So typically what Gaijin does is, for example, if you just play like rank 3 ground, for example, rank 3 AB, you'll be getting probably like a 0.8 or like a 0.7 multiplier. So if you earn 1,000 score, you'll probably only get like 700 score towards this. Whereas if you play like realistic battles, for example, you get a higher score percentage. So typically the way that it goes for tanks, for aircraft, for naval is that AB gives you a lower score multiplier, and then realistic gives you a higher score multiplier. So just by switching over to realistic, you should be getting more score counting towards this already. So at that point, like, you might get 1,100 score if you finish off the match with 1,000 score. And then the higher ranks that you play, the more score you typically get as well. So it's kind of like a double multiplier in a way. So, for example, air tends to have a pretty decent multiplier. Ground tends to have the lowest multipliers, whereas air is the second highest, and then naval is the highest. So, for example, if you play like rank 8 air, RB, you probably get something like a 2 times multiplier. So if you finish the match by like with 1,000 score, you probably get like 2,000 points counting towards this. Whereas again, you play like rank 3 AB ground, you'll probably only get like 600 or 700 scores. So I mean, there's a pretty big difference, and you can check that in the achievements section as well. It will tell you exactly what those multipliers are. And just one final thing to note here, the only way that you can actually sell the vehicles, so the top level vehicles in this, so whether you want the USS Mississippi, the Vilcus, or the Mirage 2000 CS4, you have to unlock the 10th Mark of Distinction in order to actually do that. So it's going to be a little bit difficult, so they're kind of purposefully limiting the marketplace supply of these vehicles, but you will have to earn 10 stars in any one of these categories in order to sell the corresponding vehicle in that category on the marketplace. So it'll be tough, but if you really want to, you can do it. But either way, thanks so much for watching. Please let me know what you guys think about this video in the comments below. Again, next week I will be opening up those 2 different types of chests in mass. So if you guys want to see that, definitely consider subscribing. But either way, thanks again. I'll see you all on the other side. Take care, everyone.